Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are doing well. Today I will explain and I will show you how you can create a Percona XtraDB cluster. Okay. In all my videos, I always try to solve the beginner's problem, static barriers, because you see it is a gateway. If you want to explore more, you have to first solve the initial barriers, because it stop you to learn the actual thing. Okay, so to go ahead, you have to first create your own cluster in your own personal PC. That's a great thing for a good start. Okay, so what problem arises when you started learning Percona? You astonished that what is Percona and what is XtraDB and what is PMM, what is PSS, what is PXC. Actually, I will explain all of them step by step and why this problem arises. First of all, I will show you 5.7 version installation, because if you use Percona 8 version, it will use SSL in every transaction or every where. So it's a little bit tricky. You will see your nodes are not being connected together by anyhow. This will be a disappointed for you. Okay, so just choose 5.7, and if you want to install 5.7, you will don't find an actual documentation on the internet, and you will be confusing. Either you should put all the IPs or something, blah 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 blah. So I will show you rather than speaking lots. So what is Percona? Percona is a tool to make a cluster with MySQL, and Percona introduces XtraDB, a drop or a patch as an with InnoDB engine. It solves multiple issues, and it provides us PMM, that means Percona monitoring and management. It notifies us, it shows us the slow queries and our a lot of different matrices to solve to show our performance and bugs and slow queries and loads, etc etc. And Percona uses Galera, one kind of technology for creating MySQL MySQL clustering. So Galera is written with C, so it's a little bit faster, and it manages everything. It manages our failover, our node or died node, and lots of things. Okay, so you don't have to take any risk by yourself. If you use Percona, it will automatically, if you not die or if you not arrive, it will take care of them in every aspects. Okay, so as a human being, you can't think always about every aspect, so a lot of time I wasted. So let me show you what I am trying to do. Actually, I have 3 nodes already. I think I have 2 nodes. I can show you this 2 nodes. I used this node for MongoDB clustering. Today I also use this node for MySQL clustering. Okay, so I think it's not a big deal. So what I will do, I will go to my, actually these 2 nodes I created with Vagrant. Okay, so I will provide this background file. So this one is node 1, Vagrant SSS. I am entering on my node 1. Okay, in all my videos I like to provide all my necessary commands and resources, because when watching someone's video, if he do something and if you want to do as video content, sometimes it produce a lot of fancy errors. So you would like to have all the resources exactly same as the YouTube video creator, right? So that's why I used to post all my resources which I uses on my video to put in the description. Okay, now as you can see, I am in my to node app 1 and app 2. Fine. So what I will do, I'll search on internet for Percona XtraDB cluster in Ubuntu. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to first of all update. Okay, and I will run this command in both of my machine. Okay, then I will add this call in both of my machine. Okay, let me check my video is going or not. Awesome. So I added this, and let me add this one, the repository. Don't worry, I will explain everything what I am doing. Just keep patience. Okay, now I will add this one. Fine. Now I will, okay, I think I didn't add this on this one. Okay, now I have to update. Now this is the tricky thing, how I can install 5.7 or from this documentation. Okay, so all you have to do, just copy this one and do not install this, just write 57. Okay, so all you have to do, you have to put 57 instead of 80. Okay, so this is what I would like to install. Okay, now actually it is Percona release command for setuping PXE version Percona XtraDB cluster. Now we have to install using this command, and I'd like to open JSPin. Okay, as an so I have to put 57 -57 after the Percona XtraDB cluster. Okay, if you want to use 5.7 version, so that's why I'd like to add 5.7 version here. Okay, it will take a little bit time. In the meanwhile, we will talk about the configuration. Okay, it will take a little bit time, and I think it will not take a lot time or much time. Okay, so how PXC work? Fine, PXC actually, not E. C. So slide share. I would like to share some information in the meantime with you. Okay, non-blocking operations, a lot of information here. Percona XtraDB cluster. So let me check that. Okay, they are asking for a root password. I'm putting root, and again root, and here also root. Okay, so now let's see Percona XtraDB cluster. It's somewhat agenda. Okay, limitation of PXC. The ways of replication, asynchronous, synchronous, common ways to replicate data. Is a solution using PXC, high available solution, common ways to replication data. Okay, you'll find a lot of information here. Okay, application read, write. Okay. PXC multi-master solution with Percona server. Actually, today we will do this. Okay, but multi-master. If you want that this will be for responsible for write, and these two will be responsible for read only, you can do, but we will do today multi-master Percona server cluster. Write to any node, read from any node. Okay, that's ensure PXC. Okay, now they also introduce certificate replication, PXC replication. So today we will not use any certificate. So it is easy to gather information about clustering, but when you are trying to implement, it will be a little bit. So let me show you how you can implement. Okay, so as you can see, I have my MySQL. If I run MySQL -u root -v root, it is C. You can see I have my running MySQL. But what I have to do, I have to initialize and or I have to bootstrap a Percona master node or new cluster. Okay, so what I have to do, simply just go to etc and here probably one folder, cd MySQL. Okay, and now here is all. You have Percona XtraDB cluster CNF. So if I would like to show you, I would like to show you what is this CNF file. Okay, it is there is nothing. So if I go to Percona configuration.t, and now here you can see wrecf-conf. Okay, so we can edit this for bootstrapping. Okay, so sudo by w right set replication configuration. Okay, where everything you have. So if you put this thing as empty, a lot of videos you will be confusing what should I do this, but in version 5.7 exactly you have to put this empty, okay, to start a new cluster. And then another thing, you have to give this in WS node address, in my case 56.4, and cluster name will be the same, cluster node will be the same. Okay, that's it. Another thing, you have to put a password. In my case I will use PAWS. We didn't created this user yet. PMM. Okay, so okay, that's it. PMM and pass my user, and this is what you have to do. So before that, okay, that's it. So let me, actually I had to create this user in the very beginning. Okay, no problem. Root -p root. Okay, now to create a user, what we can do, install PMM in Ubuntu. I'll follow this guide. Okay, there is some okay, Mysql 5.7 version. I will use this one. Okay, actually you can use from other internet. Actually I know this how to create the user and grant this, but it different in different MySQL version. So I came here to have this actual command. You can find this from any other site, but I'd like to make a little bit changes here. I'd like to put percentage here. So I am creating a user with PMM and password pass. The syntax differ from version to version in MySQL. Now I am creating a user, it's fine. Now I will grant all permission to the user. Okay, all permission to the user. So this is fine. Now I gave the all permission, process, super replication, blah 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 to this user. Now what I can do, I can we have to stop systemctl stop MySQL, right? Now I am stopping MySQL, and if I then again start, it will be a right set replication. Okay, so let me start. Fine. Okay, now it started, and now if I go to see, and now if I check that is it initialized as an right set replica or not, as a command. Okay, here you will find a command for showing that it is don't follow this documentation for version 8.0. okay, it is slightly differ from 5.7. so as you can see, it is my primary node and its size is 1. That's it. Now if I go to my another node, cd etc, I am doing the same thing in my second node. okay, cd mysql ls cd Percona 050. Fine. Okay, now as you can see, here also I have my wref.conf. so I would like to edit this wsref. Fine. So now what I have to do, in the same way, but here this time I have to put the cluster URL. okay, 192.168.56.4 and 192.168.56.5. okay, these are the cluster URL. These are this for the node 1, this for the node 2. okay, now all I have to do in the same way, I have to edit the WSF node address 56.5 and cluster name will be the same, but for node name will be the node name 2, and here the password for SST snapshot transferring. Actually when you are using Percona 8 version, it will be little bit complex for you because you have to use your own SSL. so that's why if you use 5.7 version, it will be a little bit easy for you. okay, I think I am done with this. Now again, if I stop my MySQL, MySQL, and now start, it will be automatically connected with my another node. okay, with my cluster. Fine. So what I have to do, I have to start this again. Oh sorry, I have to put a okay. If it starts successfully, then you are success to have your cluster. If it generates error, you will find this error in cd var log mysqld folder, mysqld.error, mysqld folder, you will find error.log file. Then if you have to read this file properly. okay, whatever you are doing, you have to go through the error file. okay, as you can see, now I have two cluster size 2, that means I have 2 node connected in my cluster. okay, so as you can see, there are 2 nodes in my cluster and it's connected. You are seeing that it's connected so easily, but I am trying more than 15 days. okay, That's fine. So now we will integrate the PMM. Okay, so for that we have to follow this documentation. Okay, so we have to install Percona PMM server. So and you have to install PMM client. Where you will install PMM client? You will install PMM client in your Percona node. Okay, that means I will add this one also. Let me exit. Okay, now you have to install this one, these two node. Okay, and you have to do this thing again. Okay, so I failed to install. Sudo. Okay, fine, now it is done. So in the same way, I have to put a sudo command, sudo, and I have to run this command here. So now I have to update. Okay, and now I have to install the PMM client. I am showing you how PMM actually work. I will show you. Okay, now let me show you how PMM work. Here I showed you PXE work. Now if I run PMM work. Okay, here is the picture for Percona monitoring and management. I can explain a few things from there. Okay, as you can see, it has several portion. It has client portion and PMM server portion. So I prepared this portion here, my Mysql instances resides, and I didn't install yet PMM server. So what we will do, we will take the log of our Mysql instances, and our Quan API will process them, and our console API will create monitor metrics monitor for monitoring, and our Grafana will show them. So this is the whole process, collecting the log from the Mysql instances, like performance schema and show log, and processing them and showing them and alerting them. This is what exactly PMM does for us. Okay, so I am not very concerned about speaking all these things elaborately, because it's a thing you have to experience. Okay, not just reading blogs or listening from others. Okay, you have to go by yourself, and you have to read all the docs, and you have to make sure that you are practicing properly, right? So already we take 29 minutes. So now let's see. Okay, my PMM client installed properly. So now how we will install Percona server? A lot of beginner failed there. Okay, I will provide you this link. Okay, actually this one, no, this not this one, PMM server version 2. So what happened if you run this compose YAML in your machine? It will expose this API with 443 port. Okay, you got it. So you must have to expose your PMM server port in 443. That's why you will able to connect with this PMM server. Okay, so otherwise you will not. So just copy this and run in your PC with Docker. Okay, after installing Docker. So that's it. So I already ran. Let me go to my container.io because I use Docker container managing with this container.io container actually. So I have my PMM server installed already. As you can see, PMM server and data is excited, no problem, but my PMM server is exist. So what I will do, I will go for port 3 and HTTPS. You have to put HTTPS, okay, because it exposes for port 3 port. And initially you have to change this password. I changes this password. So as you can see, I have one PostgreSQL, and I think I don't have any MySQL instances. Okay, no MySQL instances. So I will add. So how I will add? Here you will find the okay. So as it suggests to create the user, so I will create the user in both of my machine. Actually I created in the first machine. Now I will create, it is also in the second machine. Okay, it's creating an error. Okay, it is now a part of our cluster, so I can't create this, so no problem. We'll exit from here, and now if I try to follow the very next option, connect to PMM client, PMM server, don't misguide, okay, just trust me and follow the steps. All you have to do, install PMM client in your MySQL instance and connect to the server. So in my case, my IP is 192.168.32.2. okay, and my password is admin 7533. That's it. That's what you have to do. And now you have to run. If everything works fine, it should be connected to the okay, everything fine. And now run on this. Okay, app one already exists. Okay, so others day I tried and I didn't change this app one name, so this is creating a problem. The same name, host name. If I change this host name, it will be connected. So as my second node connected already, let me check I have the MySQL instance or not. So it should be there within few seconds. Okay, no, and we have to follow another thing. We have to add this MySQL instance, okay, using this command. So here should be the password. The password is PAWS in my case. Here is a problem, brother. We are able to connect this node, but we are not able to create this user and password in this node. But we are able to create this user and password in node, but we are unable to connect this node to the PMM, right? PMM server. So up to now, I think connected. You will see all nodes up to actually it should be there. I think I should make another separate videos on this, okay? So then it will be more. Okay, I have one node, and if I there is no services, it should be there MySQL service, all service name app to MySQL. It is not connected yet, but it should be connected. So there is some problem, as I have no user with this PMM and pass in the second node, and in the first node it is already a source name is already in this node, because it is source PMM stores the data in my local volume, and it's tied a little bit confusing. If I install PMM server from the very beginning, it should work, it will work, but please wait and connect it with me. I will provide another tutorial how you can use PMM and how you can observe your performance with PMM in the next video. So thank you. Allah Hafiz.